Are they not these 90 boys? We were born. So sometimes you look at people talking about age. What we consider in the kingdom is first of all what? God. Grace. So they respect. Sometimes I'm humbled when people say sir. But the truth is that it is not you they are saying sir to. There is a grace that they are saying sir to. So in managing your leader, if you don't recognize the corporate grace, there is an individual grace, there is a corporate grace. If you don't recognize the place of a corporate grace, you might not be able to manage your leader well. You might speak to your leader. It's just like when you have an husband and wife that are both in leadership and they are in the same department. If you are not very careful to separate the thin line between husband and wife and leader and subordinate in the department might be quite a little bit tactical. One might have to apologize afterwards. But then, have you seen the place, typically for people who are in the choir understand this. There are times that I would say directly to my wife, I would say, no, that song, we are not taking it that way. You have not done it. In fact, sometimes I raise my voice and I'm saying, no, I can't. No. I am operating in my role as a choir leader, not as a husband. So there is a grace operating at that point in time. I have seen people that say, Pastor, what? And sometimes I could see behind him, even when I say, Pastor, what they are telling me in essence, that pastor is just figurative. What they are telling me is that the suggestion you are making cannot fly. The respect for that office is not there. Sometimes I overlook it. I wear different caps. I have to come to the shape where I can relate well for them to be able to maximize what they are supposed to. And I can give you an example. See, for every leader has a target, has a goal that is willing to achieve. Now, that goal is willing to achieve is also divinely linked. Since it's divinely linked, you that you are following, just like that scripture says, it says, imitate me as I imitate Christ. If you are going to achieve the corporate goal of that department, if you don't follow carefully, you might be walking in another direction. You won't end up in the same direction. I'm going to show us some scriptures here. And so the first thing we need to do is you put God what? First. I've seen incidences. In fact, like I'll tell the choir, for every service there is a theme of song we're supposed to take for the church service. Now it's left for me to lead the people to plug themselves into that title. Sometimes I've sat back in my leadership and I'll keep quiet and I'll say, this is the direction we are going. And some people will say, no, oh God, that song is not too good. Oh God, let's take this one. And they go and we come into the service and the service direction for that day is flopped. And sometimes, some that have learned by experience will say, oh God, I know you will not shout. But when you say this is the direction we follow it, let's follow it. Whether it works well or it doesn't work well. So what am I saying? Let's learn that this is an attitude thing. And I'm going to be very fast now because my time is fast running. So you need to put God first. Those are the key things you need to know. Knowing it is God's business, not man's business. You see, you can argue professionally with your boss. You can argue in the marketplace with somebody that maybe you are both fashion designers. You can say, no, he's supposed to have 7 splits. If you don't do it that way, it will not achieve this. You can argue with her. But when it comes to grace, you need to be very careful because we're dealing with God's what? Business. So most times people tend to bring their natural life into the kingdom. It's good, but then we need to be very careful. Know yourself. Most people are in the department. That's number 2. Know yourself. That's 1B. Most people are in a department, but they don't even know their weakness. If I ask you now you want to manage your leader, but if I ask you what are your weaknesses, what are your strengths, what are the opportunities that you know you can add to a department? I know people in my department that they don't smile well, but I know in my department that if I call for rehearsal 20 times, they will show up. Their strength is timeliness. Their strength is that they will always be there. And togetherness has a plus for a group. They might not know what they are contributing, but they are managing me. In a way, So, in managing your leaders, you must know your weakness. How many of you know all the weaknesses you have? You're only looking for somebody who will lead you in the right direction. But you yourself, if you do not understand yourself, it might be difficult for you to manage your boss or manage your leader. So, you need to know your strength. You need to know who you are. Number 2 is you need to accept. We call it acceptance. I call it acceptance. You need to accept him. Accept that he or she has strength and weaknesses, but has been ordained of God to be your HOD. He might have weaknesses. That's why I say that the leader is not really the best of the people, but he has the grace to lead the people, coordinate the affairs of the best of people. So, are you the best in that department? If you are not the best in that department, that means you can't manage your boss. You are going to add to the problem of that department. Now, I ask myself, in Agape Group today, what am I putting on the table? What have I contributed? What are my passions for the kingdom? And to what extent have I achieved that? When you are looking at it. Me, I'm looking at myself now as an assistant pastor. To what extent have I used all the capabilities and all the strengths that I have in advancing the kingdom in Ibadan? I can make mouth. Where is your achievement? It's not in mouth, it's in action. I work with a leader that is chartered. When I say chartered, from January 1st till December 31st, our father in the Lord is chartered. When I say chartered, he can tell you precisely, to a large extent, what will be happening every month. In fact, for every service, there is already a prototype. What is happening in that service? In managing such a leader, it means to be able to, I must align myself in such a way that I must be chartered. Fine, I do that in the professional world, but I also find it in the kingdom, and it has helped a lot. No wonder will people come, when they come to Ibadan, and say these people are structured. Because there is order in the service. Before we came here today, these programs that you are looking at have been planned what? Not weeks. It's been planned far earlier so that we can fall in line and achieve a particular target. Are we all getting what I'm trying to say? If you are going to be able to manage the goal, because when you say manage your boss, sometimes you are looking at personality, you are not looking at the corporate goal. Your boss is also a corporate goal. There is what in this year they said is our year of what? Kingdom what? That means that leadership will make certain demands on us. If you yourself, you are not well aligned in that goal, you are going to contribute negatively to that. When they say we are going in this direction, you say I cannot put my money. We are going in this direction, I cannot be there. Okay? Are we getting it? So, number 3, you need to study the corporate goal of a church and the department and your leader's view of how to accomplish this. In case you don't understand, I've had a couple of times that somebody like Deacon Oluwashemo, we asked me, say, Pastor, what you have just said, we don't understand. So we don't understand. I don't know, some choir members are here that will say, we don't understand what you are saying. Because sometimes I have a lot of things in my mind and I'm just saying it. I'm seeing it. But the people I'm saying it to might not fully understand what I'm saying. They might need pictorial view. So sometimes you need to carry people along. Now I want to talk about alignment and also bring about some things. I have to be very fast now. Alignment tells me to a large extent that you need to be teachable. You need to align yourself to corporate goals. And how do you align yourself to a corporate goal? You must be a team player. And I put that word in 4-line words. You must be teachable. You must be an energizer. You must be an achiever. And you must be somebody that is mission focused. Earlier this year, even before we started talking about this, I did some charts. I told the choir the time we're going to be having picnic, the times we're going to be having training, how the order of our rehearsals are going to go. Like for each and every member of the choir, I have at least five songs for them. For you to see how to, I'm trying to put it. Some will manage me well and do the song. Some will not manage me well, they will not do the song. Well, so you must be mission focused. Now let's look at the next line. This is what you get when you are not in alignment. These people are building railway. This is like a construction company. They're building railway. Some were building from the other hand, not for, there is a corporate goal. You are supposed to achieve a target. Now, they were both building from far hands. Now, the people who were bringing from the other hand, When it came to the point where they are supposed to meet and actually achieve the final goal, there is a disalignment. You can imagine if a train has to go on either of these rail, it will end up where? And that is why sometimes we come to some points in achieving church's goal, we find that there is disalignment. Some people say, some people say they are looking down on us. Some people will say, some people say, some people will say, we are coming for too much of rehearsals. Some people say the prayers is too much. Some people say we are not praying enough. There must be a consensus. You must come together, or else the brainstorming we should be doing should be how to move forward, not how to actually reduce and get ourselves wrong. Number 4 is that you need to assess the frequency, like I said earlier on which your leader is working, so that you can blend. You blend with the Holy Spirit. Ask questions. Confirm. Are you on the same page, so that you don't end up in the wrong direction? Some people are coming with focus of what they're coming from other churches. They might not know what the doctrine of agape is like. You need to ask questions. And I give us an example. Look at the next slide. Now, 2 people were driving here. You might not see this picture clearly. 2 people were driving here, and one said, he said, "Oh, when I asked you if I should make a left, you meant as in correct." Yeah, I totally misunderstood what you were saying. In other words, they were both driving. The driver says, "Can I turn left?" What he meant, he said, "Yes." So he misunderstood yes for turning left. Are you getting what I'm trying to say now? If he had understood that, should I turn left, if he meant it the other way, I hope you are understanding what I'm saying. They would not have ended up in the ditch. So sometimes you need to ask for clarification to make sure that you're on the same page. In the course of the week, I said something to my boss. He was asking, he said I should include something in an agenda. And I said, I will do the needful. It's English. Now, my boss is English. In other words, a Briton. Now, he replied the mail and said, "How do you mean?" So I said, I have to reply back, I mean to say I will include in the agenda. He doesn't want me to just say, I will do the needful. I will do the needful as in, that is vague. So that we're on the same page. Now, I want you to watch this video and try and see what happens in departments. It's just like 2-3 minutes, and I have another 2-3 minutes to round off. So when we're saying we need to understand corporate goals, managing your leader, take time to pray, take time to ask questions. Please roll it, please. While they're working on that, it will soon come on the screen. Once it comes on the screen, I'll just cut off. You need to see your leader as a resource person. Are you set? Once you are set, please just let me know. You need to see your leader as a resource person. You need to help him get better to achieve the overall goal. Don't just feel that you are one and all and you have everything. Keep your promise and follow through assignment fanatically. When they give you an assignment, don't let them be pursuing you. Follow it through fanatically to make sure that it is achieved. Also, no surprises. I have a lot of that. You have a lot of people dying minutes. Somebody is coming for 4 o'clock for rehearsals and he will not tell you. Now, please, let's watch this screen. This is somebody that has been told to give a drug to, the wife is strong and they've given him a drug to go and use. Now watch what he's done. That's the drug. Time. If I'm saying something, the pastor says, walk on the altar, jump 5 times. He said that revelation is not strong enough. They said shake. They said they put on the drug, shake well before use. Did they say the particular thing to shake? But it's on which inscription? It's on the drug. Now, the person that is sick is the person they are shaking. I doubt if that woman will be alive to use the drug. So most people come to church, most times they do not achieve the corporate goal of that department. The corporate goal of the church, I've been attending the church for 5 years, yet they don't get anything out of it. Come to the altar, come and pray, they will not come. 20 days powerful prayer points, they will not come. Come for general meeting, they will not come. Vigil, they will not come. How will they achieve the corporate goal? When we're talking about corporate goal, we're not just talking about the church multiplying into many people coming in. We are also talking about your life becoming the best. Do you know the target of this meeting? He said, getting what? The best out of what? People. So when they give instructions, follow. If you don't understand, please, sir, expatiate. So that you don't go and shake person instead of shaking the drug. Hey. And so I don't have a lot of time today, but then let me just say these in quick succession. I have some few seconds left. You need to be passionate. Most of us are not. Be ready to what? Be corrected. We have some of us that are like that. Advise politely and objectively where you foresee an error is about being made. Or you create suggestions. Don't just come with problems, equally come with solutions. Not just a complaint, but a solution to solve it. A lot of people in that about, okay, we are not doing it well. How have you seen that we can do it well? Make suggestions. That is the way it's done. Even in corporate organizations, in most places, if you come and say, okay, we're having this problem. Once thing happened in the course of a week, I need to manage a lot of people across different regions, that kind of a thing, and I need to achieve a corporate goal. And for 3 months, I was following through. I'm a new person. I'm just watching different people's attitude. They were just behaving anyhow. At the end of the day, my direct boss, he told me, said, it is your responsibility to get what? Timely reports. I don't want to care how you get it. Now, these people are not, the people I'm managing are not organized, but they don't want to know. He's telling me, use your mind. Whatever resource you have, use it and achieve your set goal. So you need come with solutions. Don't just come with problems. And these are the things I'm going through. Be proactive. Most of us we don't think ahead of time. Maybe you are in the choir, you are not thinking about extra songs. Are there new ways of doing songs? There are old generation way of doing things. Are there new ways of doing it? Are there dresses choirs are wearing now? Are there ways we can plan this thing for ushers? Is there a way we can align ourselves? Have you seen the way? I see Koza people. They say they're welcoming people. They say, we celebrate you. They learned it from Agape. We celebrate you. And they are smiling. But you can have ushers here that only smile when you come in. When you are coming in, as soon as you pass by. That shows it's not in them. But professionalism is that it doesn't mean you are happy. But it means that is what you are paid for to do. Can you imagine? They paid you to smile. That is what God is paying you for. God is paying you at all times. He doesn't want to know whether you are going through hell. But what he's saying is that look before you, endure the shame. Jesus Christ was not doing what he was doing because he was just doing it for the sake of it, but for the joy that was set before him. Are we getting in? So I think I have to round up now. So please, we need to be proactive, be the best, and above all, we need to pray. That's number 8. Say we need to pray for our leaders. Most times we don't know that they equally go through what we go through. They are equally running through issues like we are running through issues. We just feel that, oh God, why didn't you call me? Oh God, I was sick. You didn't call me. Do you know whether your God too was sick? You don't even know whether you too was strong. You say, oh God, you cannot believe it. I've not eaten for 3 days. But because you saw your God drove a car past, you don't even know whether the car said he borrowed the money to buy the fuel in the car. You don't even know whether he could pay his children's school fees. You don't know. They're equally going through. Like I said, our headaches is in levels. If I say my car is having an issue, my tire burst, my tire can be fixed under 15,000 naira. But if daddy's tire burst, it will be fixed with 90, 100,000. If the bumper of my car cuts, I may leave it and be driving it without caring about it. But he cannot, for his status, he cannot drive a car that has a busted bumper. Can you see levels? To fix, in fact, to buy my half engine is more than 180,000 naira. To buy daddy's half engine is more than 15 million. And you say, if his own car breaks down, what do you think is happening? Manage your leader. Thank you. Let's welcome Daddy with Jesus' joy.